Good afternoon, guys. It's Saturday. We've had an amazingly busy week. It's been crazy. Last day of the month for January. Look at that, the sun's shining. Fantastic weather. Great. A few of you might even be out in your cars today, so hopefully you can get them back on the road and ready. What we was looking at, because new magazine come out, Complete Kit Car magazine's hit this month for the edition, and we're looking at track days. And of course, the sun's out. That's the first thing you want to do. You get your car out there. There's a really good article in there. Beginner's Guide to Track Days. So if you haven't done one before, pick up the magazine at your local day. It's WH Smith's, I think they do it in and stuff, or your local news agents, or you can order it online. We've booked up a couple of track days already in our calendar. We're trying to get more in as well. There'll be some more dates. Look up on Facebook. If you joined up with us there, then you'll see the new dates come up. But at the moment we're at Landau on the 23rd of May, and then we're at Blyton Park on the 6th of September. There's a link on the Facebook page, so jump onto our Facebook website and or give us a call if you have any confusions. Sign up there, join us on the track. It's a great day, free tea and coffee. We'll have the truck there so you can come and see us. And if you want to talk through your setup guides on the day and things like that. So it's a good day out, good fun. In the workshop, we've got a lot to get through, so it might be a little bit longer, this video today. So kettle's on maybe, go and stick it on, press pause. I'll see you in a minute and get your brew in the hand. Right, so we're out in the workshop. As you probably know from the last week or two, we've had a stonking January, kits on order, etc. We've created one up here. This one's going out to Jersey, so if you're looking to ship it to Europe or abroad, it's not a problem. We get these wooden crates made up. So it's going to transport pretty well. I think everything should land on his doorstep with no damages, which is always good. No cardboard boxes here. So crated up, and if you're shipping abroad, they're all coded up, so we can ship them anywhere in the world, really, to be honest with you. What I'm going to say now is cue the montage, because you'll see us building up the container. Another chassis over there, ready to go out. We're just waiting on some bodywork, some other parts to pick up. We've got still got an order queue of about 8 weeks at the moment. So if you're looking to get in, we have got a car, as I said to you last week, we've got a car that's going in for IVA. And we're talking about IVA. Congratulations to Colchester Institute, who we partner with. They've been building a car as part of their syllabus for the last year. I'm pleased to say, yesterday, you probably see it on our Facebook thing, that passed first time in its IVA. And what we're going to do is going to go outside and show you the car and talk through it. And that's the Mazda RX-5. So we'll go outside now. Right, so we got the Colchester Institute car. They say this passed IVA yesterday, so it's fresh out of the box, how it's come out. Pleased to say he also sold it. So it's going off to someone, lucky customer in Scotland actually. It's going over to be transported over there. This is our RX-5 standard chassis in here. It's our square tube chassis. We're going to talk through some of the features of it that it's got. Obviously we've had to do silly things like this for compliance for IVA, the indicator extensions, trimming of all the mud guards, etc. It's got the standard Mazda wheels, standard Mazda brakes, all brand new though on this one. As you can see, all brand new calipers in this one as well. It's had all new brake pads. It's got Mintex 114s in here. Our decat link pipe has been put on now, gives you a little bit more performance as well. This has actually been painted, so it's in a nice gloss white. It's a standard gel coat white finish, but the guys at Colchester, as part of their syllabus, they have everybody involved from engineering to paint and bodywork as well. So they've fully painted this, and even the wings are in it. You can't tell in the camera, but they're a nice metallic black paint on those as well. So really done a tidy job. And even they got involved in doing some carbon effects. So they made the aero screen in here, and they've made like a carbon effect on the double bubble aero screen and on the dashboard. Really nice touch actually. They've done an absolutely fantastic job in terms of build quality. Really some nice attention to detail. Then here, if the cameraman zoomed into the cockpit, they've even on their engineering side, they've machined up the gear lever and handbrake levers using our standard GRP seats and our MK branded harnesses. This is like a standard package really, that is our most popular selling build. Under the hood, very American hood. We talk about bonnet, shall we say, in the UK. So under here, I've the standard 1.8 Mazda engine, and this is our basic setup again with our brake fluid reservoir, header tank, etc. But they've gone a little bit detail engineering side, have made a nice custom heat shield for the exhaust, all branded, powder coated all the rocker cover. Engine's quite peppy actually. We've had a little run in this, and it's quite a peppy little engine. Hadn't done a huge amount of miles as a donor car as well, so really nice. Brakes have got a good feel to them with those Mintex pads in as well. So that's kind of like your standard setup really for a Mazda, and you can really tailor this car to individuality. They've done a little quirky little bit, so if you're looking at getting an individual car, you can paint it different colours. We've had all colours of the spectrum really that are going through. And if you come round to the back, we've got our boot cover in here, a standard boot cover, and then made some 3D printed, again it's their personal choice, they made some 3D printed fog and reverse light covers really there for it as well. So the reason you know this is RX-5, it's Mazda running gear. We've got Mazda front uprights, front and rear in here. The drivetrain in the back, we'll pop the cover. The clocks are a giveaway, they help. We've used our standard dashboard, but again, as you see, it's nice and carbon in there. And in here, we have the Mazda differential from in there. It's now fitted a torsion in there yesterday for this customer, and then Mazda fuel pump. So we pull a handbrake lever, we pull quite a few components out of this that makes it into the Mazda RX-5 car rather than the Ford base, which is the Indy R or the Indy RR. So there's a few subtle changes, and then even things like we've done on the Mazda where you've got the link pipe that comes out here for your standard Mazda. If you want to go turbo, guess what, it comes out the same hole once you do it. So we thought about it, and I think they've done an absolutely amazing job. I think the customer, I think it's James who's purchased it, he's going to turn up on his doorstep, he's going to be super happy with that. If that's the standard that gets built, I think the standard's been raised really well. If that's the standard gets built every day, then come down and see it, you know, if you wanted to, or you'll probably see it at maybe some shows if James is going to do that. So super happy. Great to always see him pass first time, and if you follow the build manual, it will. It's only when you go out the spectrum there maybe that you can go, if you're going down a different route. And if you've got any questions on that, just give us a shout before you maybe go down that route. So we're in the workshop, we're on with Project Phil, as we've aptly named it, which is the Hayabusa Turbo. We've had the engine out, you've seen, we detailed the engine. We've now made all the engine cradle, we've installed it. Engine cradle's been made. We've had to put in some extra bracing in here. You can see the Bog Warner turbo's tucked in. It's tight, I'm not going to lie, it is tight. We were millimetres from trying to fit it all in the right location. It's quite a big lump once you got the turbo on there, so it's clearances on the steering link bars. We managed to start fitting this all in. We're into mock-up now, so dry sump tank location. Because this hasn't got the shortened footwell, there's only one other location really you can put that, which is either the centre tunnel or here. So this is going in here. The radiator's been mocked up with the brackets. We've got a 25 row oil cooler, which is going to sit in here behind. And then the intercooler, we've actually going to make this fit, and we're going to cut these new end canisters off and reposition these to make this fit a bit better, because that was what the customer supplied, but we're going to make that work. I think we can make it work. We're cutting new canisters on there, and that will feed back into the plenum and to the turbo. On this car as well, we've gone a little bit overboard, so down near the bottom you can't really see it. Maybe if I drop the intercooler out. Now in the bottom there we've got a steel bar across, and what we've done, it's like this basically. We've braced, there's another brace, this is the top one. So we're bracing from the pickup points here, from your suspension wishbones on both points across, top and bottom, just to brace that a bit more, because the Indy Rs didn't have a bottom brace in there, which all the RRs do. We've added this additional bracing in. So we're in the back end, we'll roll round to the back end. I'm sure the cameraman can get this in here. Making a new fuel tank for this as shortly. We've also gone to the lengths here on the older RRs original chassis. There was no corner bracing in these, and we spoke about it last week, saying that we was going to, you know, beef this up, but we didn't want to weld onto the chassis too much. So we've then gone in and made a structure that mounts on all the diff mounts here, top, and onto the suspension pickup points. And also on the bottom, we've picked up on all the suspension pickup points and made this bracing in there, just to stiffen that differential area up to stop it twisting. A couple of bits we're going to do with the wishbones as well, just to take the power of this engine. And we're probably going to be making jigs for these, so if you've got an older Indy and you start sticking a lot of horsepower in it, we will probably be out of this as a product. Front and rear, we're going to be making jigs of them. So there's no point in doing this all as one-off. We're trying to do this at something we can offer if someone ever goes down that route again, or if we have a car come in that, you know, is the earlier chassis where we haven't done bracing, so to speak. So that package will be available. So we're on with Project Phil's coming along. There's a lot to fit in a small tight package, you know, when you've got oil coolers, radiators, intercoolers, dry sump tanks. Then we've got to fit paddle shift on this one. This is our electronic paddle shift. By the time we get through all of this, fuel pumps and that have got to go in next, so that's part of next week's mock-up as well. So continue, sign in next week, you'll see the next progress on that one. Oh yeah, the pedal box in this one, we've upgraded that, forgot about that. The billet pedal box we've cut in, again, not the easiest job to do aftermarket. It's easier to do when you build it from scratch, but you can see the billet pedal boxes in here. Nice little upgrade as well. Hydraulic clutch because it's on the booster engine. So that's in, and the good news is we've kept it under the bonnet. None of this protrudes under the bonnet, which, you know, Phil, the customer, wanted, and it only comes down, I think it's about 20 mil below the bottom chassis rails. You get loads of clearance, top and bottom now. So super happy with that. Good progress, and we'll continue on with that over the next sort of week. Fill you in next week, sign up, and etc. So we head over to the S2000 car. Actually, we've made some progress on that one as well. Right, so over the S2000 bay, a couple of things that we've been doing on here. So we've got now we've mounted, it's the 55 core standard alley rate. We do the 42, 55 or 70 mil core rates. It's got the 55 on it here. 19 row oil cooler. We made all the bracketry for that with a fan on the back as well. That's ready, fixed and welded in now. Extra bracing we've put in here now, on which has just got the final weld in there, been cut for the top and bottom one. We just got this bar to finish up in this corner, which we've done on both on this side. And the only reason we had to do it was delaying it because of the manifold. So the manifold's made as well now. The 4 into basically 4 into 2 into 1, as it's going to come out 2 into 1 coming out. We've got the rest of the link pipe to make, but the manifold's made for it there. Super tight clearance on the steering columns. We've had to readdress and redo some linkage changes here. It was very close, but we've got about 5 mil clearance, so we're super happy with that. Pedal works last week is done as well, so that's all pretty much dry, mocked up, apart from we can't get in there to weld, so we've stitched them in. This engine now is going to come out today actually. I think it's the next job after we finish video, and we're going to have this engine out, paint the engine, detail it. So we've fitted all the clutch, that's done as well, so paint, detail, and then finish up these 2 foot welds that we can't do while it's in, so to speak. So out today, paint, detail, start getting into the engine bay, etc. Then ECU, we're going with Omex on this, which you'll see next week. That lands on the doorstep. Plug and play affair, so we can really start motoring because the prop shaft's already done and all of that. So now it's starting to fit and final finish on this rather than all the mock-up, because it's a tricky one in this engine bay. When we do them from scratch, it's way easier, but a lot to sort of plan in and out. So this worked out really well, because it's the Indy, the classic Indy is a much longer front end, whereas the Indy R, where we go the inboard, finishes about here, so you don't have as much room to get these radiators in, so you have a little bit of planning to do with your pipe work and everything else, because I've literally probably got about 5 mil, if that, between there and the nose cone, so a little bit of playing around. So that's good. That's where we're sort of there was other little bits and bobs during the week that we're doing. We've got, there's no point showing you every detail of little cars. We've got the Mazda car, that's all done. The cat pipe's on it now, and that's supplied for IVA, which I said, if you're like trying to jump the queue, that one's available. The 64 caterum, I'm waiting for a couple of parts, which is the rev counter, to arrive, and then that can be bolted on. Once that's finally finished, we'll do a walk around on that for you as well. Next week, if you're tuning in, we've got another car. We've got a Westfield coming in that we're doing a Mazda RX-5 Turbo conversion on. So keep tuned for that one. That rolls in, I think it's next Thursday. That's rolling into the workshop, and we're going to start the process of that one. So tune in for that one. So that's where we're at. I'm glad the sun's shining, and hopefully you're getting your cars out there. You got any questions, on this, what we're doing now, projects, etc. as well, fire us an email, messenger, etc. Like, share, you know where we are, guys, and have a good weekend. We'll catch you next week.